Breaker Broke 23. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to properly break in your new home stereo subwoofer. So, you know, a lot of folks, including myself, you go get a brand new subwoofer, you bring it home, you hook it up to your stereo. Doesn't quite sound right. It's not meeting your expectations. So what do we usually do? Go and roll the frequency up a little higher, turn the amp gain up higher to try to get more volume out of it. Okay, well, that's all fine and dandy. But, you know, depending on what you're listening to, you may have some low frequency come in there and make your woofer pop, and that's bottoming out your woofer. You really don't want to do that. Or sometimes you'll just kind of live with it, and just over time, as you use it, you end up going back there, you'll turn the frequency response down, the roll-off down, you'll turn the actually the amplifier gain down because it's starting to get louder and deeper. That's because the woofer's breaking in. So what we're gonna do in this video is I'm just gonna show you how to just break it in from the beginning, and you're not gonna drive everybody out of your house. It's just a more controlled way to do it. You can do this in 5-minute intervals, 20-minute intervals, half-hour intervals, whatever you want to do. But this is a down and dirty way to do it, and it's actually a little fun. And we can also find out where your new subwoofer plays the best at, whether it's in the corner of your house, up front in your soundstage, or wherever. And where does this box really play at? Is it playing where it's rated to play? Is it, you know, it's just kind of a fun thing to do. Let's find out a little something about it. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. First of all, I'm gonna show you actually what we're trying to achieve here. Some people will think, well, I'm breaking in my subwoofer, I'm just gonna break in the surround, because that's really all you see, right? You see the cone and the surround. Well, this is really not what you're breaking in. And I'm sure there's some paper-treated accordion-edged PA styles woofers out there that will probably break in a little bit, but really what we're going for is we're going to try to break in this spider. This is a woven cloth spider. They've got a coating on here. This is definitely chemically treated, and what happens is it's pretty stiff at first. So this is what we're going to break in. We want this to go like this and just keep going like that to break it in, okay? And then as this gets looser, this suspension will get a little bouncier, and by doing all that, it becomes more efficient. It gives you more of a deeper bass, just more dynamic sound. So that's what we're trying to do here in a nutshell. That's kind of a down and dirty description of it. Okay, so what we have is we have our subwoofer, we have our cell phone or tablet. Go into the app store and get you a free frequency generator app. There's a bunch of them out there. I just happen to be comfortable with this one. I don't really know the name of it. I just use it. Okay. We're going to use a 3.5 millimeter to RCA cord. All right. So we're going to plug the 3.5 millimeter end into your phone or tablet. Let me turn on this light here so we can see the back. We're going to go to the rear of the subwoofer, and we're going to go to an RCA input. Now, this subwoofer has two. I have a left and right input, and then I have a low frequency input. This amplifier seems to play a little bit louder using this input. I'm going to turn my gain all the way down. I'm going to turn my crossover all the way up. We want this to go as close to full range as we can, because we're not going to really be using that. What we're going to use is we're going to use the signal generator, and that's going to control our frequency. So we got the heat sink on the back. We got it in the on mode or the sensing mode. So what we want to do here is get a grip on the heat sink. We always kind of want to watch this. While playing this, we don't want this to get too hot and then and cause a problem with the amplifier. So let's do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the volume on my phone to about 3/4 volume. I've already got the 100 hertz signal playing here. I'm going to start at 100. All right. So let's go back here to the back of the sub, and we're going to turn up the gain. All right. How far up can we go? Well, this one will go up all the way. Turn off that light. All right, now let's back this volume down just a hair so you can hear me. Okay, what we're going to do is the idea here is we want to get this speaker to move in and out like this. but we don't want to bottom it out. So we want to kind of be careful, because remember, it's new. So we're just going to kind of break it in slowly. So another thing that's going to happen, we're going to find it where this box is actually tuned to, or the sweet spot, as I like to call it. So we're here at 100 hertz. We're going to start going down. Now we're starting to get a rise. Goes away. What are we at here? 68. I'm doing this slow just to show you. Normally I would already start at about 20 hertz. We're getting louder. And now it's going away. Okay. Real quick, where is the sweet spot in this? Let's see here. Let's turn it up a little bit. Okay. About right there. There's its loudest peak, about 53. Starts going away at about 43, 42. So from about 43 to 53 is where this woofer is doing its best. And as you break it in, these numbers will change, by the way. This is just kind of a fun experiment, side experiment. Okay, we're going to go down to like 20. And as you'll notice, as you're going down, you're going to see this woofer moving slower, but it's going to have some excursion. Okay, here we go. Let's go down to 20 hertz. Now let's give it some more volume. And that popping sound is my volume control, not the woofer. Okay, there we go. I've got this sitting at about 20. What else can we do here? Let's see if we can go a little lower. There we go, 18. Okay, so now what we're doing is we're working that spider back and forth. And I know the camera, because of the I guess the exposure rate, whatever the rate is, I'm not a camera guy, but it looks different on my monitor here on the back of the GoPro here. So it looks like it's just kind of barely oscillating like this, but in reality it's going like this. Okay. All right, so as it's playing like this, what we want to do is we want to check for a few things. We want to make sure that the heat sink on the back is not getting hot. It's going to get warm, but we don't want it hot. Okay, we got the ports back here because this is a ported enclosure. What's neat about this is this enclosure being ported will also help cool the motor of the woofer. So we want to kind of check for heat every few minutes, maybe every 5 minutes. And if we start smelling like a motor smell or an electronic smell, then we want to back that volume down and cool it down. You could just turn it off, I mean, that's fine, but what I would do is I would just start turning the gain down on the back of the amplifier or the volume control on the phone, because we don't want to burn up our motor. We're trying to break it in, so we may have to do this in like 15-minute intervals or something like that. Another fun thing to do would be to plug your new woofer in, listen to a song on your CD at just kind of an average level, not like a loud rock and roll level, and get the woofer set up to where you think it's going to sound good, listen to it, then come back and break it in and do this for a few hours, and then see if that woofer sounds better, if it goes lower, if maybe it's just kind of a deeper mellower sound, but with that punch. So it can change a characteristic of a woofer quite a bit. All right, there we go. Fun little experiment. It kind of teaches you a couple things. A, we're getting something done because we're breaking the woofer in. This thing's on warranty because it's brand spanking new. So if you have an amplifier problem, after doing this for a little while, your amplifier problem is going to definitely show up. So you can always take it back for warranty or get another one, because we're not purposely trying to damage this, and we're not purposely taking it to its limits. We're just trying to break in that spider. Another thing is that'll show you, like I said before, it'll show you the sweet spot where your woofer likes to play. Yeah, pretty fun stuff. All right, in the next video, I'm going to show you guys how we do this to a car stereo subwoofer, because that's kind of a different ball game. I mean, we're still doing kind of the same thing, but we're going to do that in an open air situation. So anyway, there you go. Again, you don't need that thing to be going coo, 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 like that. You know, you just don't need to kill it. We're just trying to break her in. Okay, smell for funky smells and check the amp, the temperature of the heatsink. Yeah, this has not really got any warmer than it was a couple minutes ago, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. I've got no funky electric smell or motor smell. That would be the voice coil here warming up. This is like a wrapped magnet wire, so we don't want to make this too hot. So yeah, there you go. All right, thanks for watching. Please leave questions or comments down below. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll leave a link to this Cerwin-Vegas subwoofer in the links down below. It's an Amazon link. Every time you guys click on one of my links, whether you're buying this or something else, it doesn't really matter. It helps fund the channel so I can afford to buy this stuff and bring it to you. Thanks for watching.